Hi, my name is François Tarlier and welcome to this quick tip for AITatsplus.com about enhancing your workflow. In this episode, we'll see how you can use ft-Toolbar. So, the issue in After Effects I have is the waste of time you have to apply effects. For instance, if I want to apply an effect on this layer, I have to right-click, go to Effects, find my effects in this menu, or just go to the effect menu and try to find it here, or otherwise type the name as for instance fast blur and click it, drag and drop it, and I'm gonna do this 50 times a day, so it's for me a huge waste of time. ft-Toolbar aim to create your own buttons to apply an effect or other stuff. So for instance, I can just click, let's try it, click on a layer, click on my level button, and bam, I have my effects already applied on my layer and don't have to do several clicks to do it, since I'm gonna use this effect on pretty much every single layer. So to start, you have to go to aitscripts.com/ft-Toolbar. I'll give the link in the post and download it. You have a free trial you can use. Then you extract it to your script UI panels. If you don't have the script UI panels folder, just create it and drag and drop the script in it. Then in After Effects, you just go to the window menu and start ft-Toolbar. So the great thing about ft-Toolbar is that you can customize it to your own workflow. So you can click on Edit and you will have this window to open, where here you have the list of all your buttons, which you can add buttons, delete some. You can also reorganize the buttons in the order you want. In this section, you have all the parameters for your selected buttons. So the name of it, which will display on the buttons itself, the help tip, which is the small tooltip which appears under your mouse. You can set an icon, which will display like this one. And also on a website, you have some users who provide default icons. You can download them and use them as you want. And then you have the button type. So you can have buttons which call effects, animation presets, launch scripts, called menu command, which I'll show later, JavaScript, and operating system, which would be the same as what you would do in your shell command. And in the bottom, you can set the general size for each of your buttons and also where you're gonna save your config file. So for instance, I'm saving my configs, my toolbar config, into my Dropbox account, so all my computers have exactly the same toolbar. So let's see, I'm gonna open a comp with a green screen, so I'm gonna do a lot of keying. By the way, I did download this footage on Hollywood Camera Work, where you have several free footage you can use and try it. So let's say I'm gonna use keylight a lot. So first, to create my button, I'm gonna call the filter I want, apply it on my footage. It's here, and make sure it's selected. Go to the edit, create a new button, and I'll click on this get effect name, which says, well, first add an effect to a layer, which that's what we did. Select the effect name, that's also what we did, and just click on it, and it will populate all the field for you and find the match name, which is kind of a unique name After Effects I for each of their effects, and it will also populate the name and the help tip. So I'm gonna change that anyway, call it KL erase this part, and I will click OK. So let's delete this one and try the button now. The new button is here. I can click on Key L, and here we go. I have my effects apply already on my footage just with one click. Now let's see the other kind of button I have. The TLCs, like the trim comp to work area. So if you want to do it now, you have to select the zone and then right click on it, click on trim comp to work area. While with this button, I can just click on it and it's gonna trim it. How does it work? Well, it's a menu type. So it means it's gonna call and pretty much simulate the click in the menu directly. So what you have to write here is the exact same sentence as you have here. Same case, same dots if you have some, and it's gonna call it. So let's try it and just, okay, select it, click on it, and bam, I have my comp already trimmed. The other kind I have is, for instance, the OS. So this one is gonna call my calculator like this. I can call also another program like Photoshop. In this case, I call I'm opening a website. So yeah, that's what you can do with the OS. The animation preset. Well, let's create a new button. Which I'll actually put on top of it. Go to animation presets. I'll browse the animation, so it's opening the presets folder already. I'll call my Rebel CC from Prolost. Click OK, and it's applying. It's already populating all the field. I'll click OK. Let's delete this one. I'll click on LC, and here we go. It just did apply my presets, just like if I was going to Rebel CC and apply it like that. Okay, but it's much faster. And lastly, the other kind we have, oh, actually we have two kinds left. We have also the script launcher. So let's create another button, go to script launcher, browse script, and it's gonna open my scripts folder. And in this one I can, for instance, choose another one. I'll choose the GSX called the BG render. Okay, this is a dockable script, so you can use the menu, which is much better. Okay, I'll say yes anyway. Renames it. Okay, I'm gonna call that BGR. Okay, and I click on BGR now, and it's gonna launch. Well, I have a trial version on this one, but it's gonna launch my BG render scripts for me, so I don't have to go to window and look through all my scripts here. And finally, the JavaScript kind, which is here. Well, this is very powerful because you can write any kind of JavaScript. Like when we do our scripts, well, you can do the same by writing a script in here, and it will call the scripts and execute it in After Effects. So you have two things. You can download some scripts we already made on this website, and this is mostly a website where the community can exchange scripts they made. So for instance, I'll take this script, I'll copy the copy paste mode, okay, copy the snippet, come back to After Effects, paste it. Okay, so the code is passed now. This is duplicating layers, I think, so I'll call it DL. It's not a great name, but anyway, duplicate layers, and I'll click OK. So I select my layer, click on DL, it's asking me how many copies. I'll say okay, 5 by default, great. And here we go, it just did duplicate the layers for me with all the effects and stuff. So you can do very powerful things with that. also applying effects with parameters on it or stuff like that. So yeah, very, very powerful. So the other thing you can do, you can import some configuration you would have done before somebody sent you, or you can export your configuration if you want to save it on your USB key or whatever. So that's pretty much all for this script. I hope it has been helpful for you. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.